I want you to imagine two people. The first person wakes up and does his usual routine. Blame the economy, blame the weather, blame the traffic, blame everyone. He goes to work and when he returns, he's unconscious of time. He doesn't know what time it is. And of course he doesn't have time to play with his kid. You have seen this type, right? This is the average man of our culture. Now imagine another man. He wakes up and the first thing he's thinking is how grateful he is for his life. At work, he can close any deal with ease. He's happy, enthusiastic, but more importantly, he's positive about the future. His family is so proud of him and his bank account is full of money. He can see the future in his mind's eye and it looks awesome. Each and every one of our lives is affected by several factors. One important factor, for instance, is our environment. Where we grew up, what kind of parents we have, who our friends are, what teachers we had, each plays a role. Knowledge, or more importantly the lack of it, is another great factor that will also shape our lives. And last but not least, we're shaped by events. A war might be one of those events. But of all the factors that affect our lives, none has as much potential power for doing good as our ability to dream. Dreams are what makes us stand apart from the masses. Dreams are a projection of the life we wish to lead. And this is the biggest difference between these gentlemen. The first man has no motivation in his life. The other man has a dream. The first man is trying to win the approval of someone else. The second man is not even thinking about opinions of others. The first man blames everything. The second man has gratitude. But the major problem for the society is that these types of men, like the first one, are so negative that affect people's lives. This type of man spread like a virus. If you realize that you are in this category, please at least keep your opinions for yourself and only. Stop being a dream stealer. Stop being manipulative. Stop being what we call a vampire. If you don't want to end up buying into someone else's opinion of how the life should be lived, be like the second man. Be excited about your ability to shape your future. Be enthusiastic about your ability to choose to live a better life. Be excited about your ability to change. If you don't want to be a toxic individual, please follow these 3 tips. Now, if you are serious about changing your life, you have to do something more. If you really want to achieve a big dream, you better set your goals towards this big dream. Write down your goals towards your future self. Goals should be for you the smaller parts of your bigger dream. This is the first strategy for wealth and happiness that Jim Rohn recommends. Unleash the power of goals. Inside his book, there is a detailed plan on how to do it properly. We come in this world in the form of a baby knowing nothing about the system. In the first place, our parents take responsibility to protect us because they are more experienced and they do a very good job. But when we grow up, we realize that there is a huge difference in the opinions for critical issues. This is happening because they lived in a different world. From year to year, data is changing. As a result of this, the expertise most of the times are different from what you want to accomplish, so there is a conflict. Do not blame them because they don't know how to advise you. Blame yourself because you never sought for knowledge. The educational system provides the average education. Yes, but with the average education you will get the average results. If your dream is to be something more, then you have to read more. Be a good student. How to be happy. There are books on this topic. How to be wealthy. How to be a great leader. How to be a speaker. Books are waiting for you. Knowledge is out there and it's free. Okay, you have to pay $20 to get the book, so it's not for free. But let me tell you something important now. There can be a great deal of difference between cost and value. For instance, this video right now, you paid nothing for it, but the value that you get, I hope, is tremendous. So keep that in mind. Don't ask, how much does it cost, but instead ask, what is it worth? The second strategy for wealth and happiness is Seek for knowledge. I want to share now a personal story. I remember myself having a full-time job. I was a barman, and this is something that I'm not proud. So I was working at nights and I sleeping during days. I was a hard worker, good worker. I worked harder than anyone. In fact, I worked so hard that one day I fainted inside the bar in front of 500 people. I worked so hard for others and so little for myself. But for my good luck, I got fired. That was one of the greatest gifts someone gave to me. I spent the days after the incident sleeping and thinking about my future. I was in bed for a week because I didn't have the physical power to stand up. Since that time, I've been working on my personal development. Since that time, I said enough. I want to live a better life. So now I run my own blog because I know that people need help. But I can't help someone who doesn't want to listen. I can help if you believe that change isn't necessary for achievement. If you don't like how it is for you now, change it. If you believe that it doesn't suit you, change it. If it doesn't please you, change it. You are not a tree. So the third secret to wealth and happiness is to have more than you've got, become more than you are. In other words, learn how to change. So these are the first 3 of total 7 strategies for wealth and happiness by Rohn. Before we end the part 1, let's do a quick recap. The first strategy is unleash the power of goals. Second is seek for knowledge, and the third is learn how to change. That's it guys for today. You know that I love making these videos for you. If you did like this video and you haven't already subscribed, make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment, why not? Also, I invite you to visit my brand new website. Make sure to check it. And last but not least, I want to personally thank you for the support. I really want to help you and I work very hard for it. Till next time, bye!